Hey guys, welcome to the shop tonight. I got a cool little project. I've been using this lift table, which works pretty well for moving lumber around the shop, but I wanted something better, so I'm gonna build this wood cart, and it is adjustable, and it has all ball bearing wheels, unlike this one, so it works fantastic. So this should be a quick little video. Let's get right into it. This is a wood cart. It's pretty simple. The boards have to be about 4 inches wide on each side. And the reason being is if you look at the wheels, the center of the wheel has to be underneath that board. Otherwise, it's gonna tip out or in. So it has to be a minimum 4 inches wide, which is about what these are. And then underneath I have that pipe, which is adjustable. So I could make this really long or really short, depending on what I want. And that was the plan, to make it adjustable. The wheels are ball bearing wheels. So not only do they swivel on ball bearings, but the actual axle is a ball bearing. A lot of these wheels don't have ball bearings. Each wheel is rated for 265 pounds, which is pretty good for what I want. I mean, we're still hitting that 1,000-pound mark. And the advantage of those wheels, which have a little bit of squish, is that they roll over stuff super nicely. So this, with ball bearings, is just really nice. Not that I need to be driving it around the shop, but it is nice to be able to move it relatively easily. So there you go. That is my wood cart. And I'm pretty happy. All right, now let's just wrap this up with a quick tour. It is late and I want to go to bed, and my battery's just about dead. So here we go. I got the bandsaw right here. I have a drum sander and a nice belt sander. Drill press, that awesome Rubo workbench, which I love so much. Over here, tool cabinet, and of course the kids gotta have a workbench. What fun is a shop if you can't share it with your kiddos? A few tools on the shelf, wash sink, and the Cyclone. The center table has the miter saw, the lathe, and a mortising machine. And right over here, table saw. And of course that big 20-inch helical planer and a spindle sander. Over here, an 8-inch Oliver jointer. Again, that is that helical head. This is a fantastic machine. Over to the sharpening station and ultrasonic cleaner as well. So I'm cramming a lot in here, but you do what you can with what you got. And then over here in this space is where the well, you know, she has to park her car. But I recently got her to park in a carport, so I have this awesome flex space. So right now it's summer, so we got a few bikes over in the corner there. But what's really cool is I can set up this workbench. It is easily moved compared to a Rubo, 2 heavy-duty sawhorses, and then those beams across the top. Those beams are torsion boxes. On the top there is melamine, on the bottom there is homosote, which is a soft sound deadening material used in building construction. And it is great for assembly because it will not scratch your project. Whereas the melamine will certainly scratch your project, but that's great for glue ups because it's melamine. You could replace it pretty easily if you wanted to, and also scrape the glue off just fine. Now underneath that bench, there is a big negative space, and that's where the wood cart comes in handy. So when I have a project, I can put the wood on that cart and wheel it right under there. And you can see if I jacked it up just a little bit more, say I put a 4x4 on top of each of those cross members, the wood could slide right over the top of each side of those sawhorses, so that would work fantastic. All right, and then as a little bonus here at the end of the video, let me show you into the not woodworking part of the shop. And in here we have a 1960-something Bridgeport, which has been fully cleaned up, modernized with the VFD, a DRO, and I've made some tool trays for it. A toolbox in the corner here, another one of those auction finds. Here is a 1940 Monarch lathe. She is a beaut. And if you really know Monarch lathes, you'll know that I have some original louvers. So this thing is complete. Again, I got a VFD on this guy as well, simply because I'm not the best at shifting gears, and that VFD makes it so much easier to shift gears because this thing is basically a giant 16-speed transmission. And there is really, well, I mean, there is a clutch, but I just, yeah, it's, if you can cheat, you gotta cheat. So there you go. A few little modifications on there too. I like to have places for those tools. All right, that is it. That is your nickel tour of the shop. Just a little bonus at the end if you stuck around. Yeah, cool, man. And I'm going to bed.